The following program is being brought to you by Covering Products.
Like independent films free from any other industry. We gotta look at ourselves in the lenses closely, close up. See the color is in full view, baby. I see you like you see me. Poetry Blues, check the CD and the book. Here with Mr. Spillberg, get a second look. All right, Mr. Cameraman, we got him, Marsha. Here we go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Spike Spillberg Presents. I'm your host, Spike Spillberg, and yes, we are having another magnanimous day in director land, and we are here with a wonderful playwright. If you have not had an opportunity to see this young lady's play in action, it's playing at the African American Cultural Center, and it's called The Talk. And I am here live with Miss Ann Bruce in the Cultural Center. We're right here on the set, the lovely set of your play. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great, Spike. Thanks for having me.
All right. So tell the people about this play called The Talk.
Well, actually, The Talk is based on true stories. It's about a woman, and her name is Vicky. Her husband was abusive and an alcoholic, and he left her. First year, second year, he just stopped coming and calling. So she actually went to the church to get a mentor for her boys. She and the mentor fell in love, and he asked her to marry him.
Wow.
When she called to ask her husband for a divorce, he thought it was divine providence that she was calling. It was actually 6 months to the day that he had stopped drinking and found Christ, and he refuses to give her divorce. So the play is about her journey in trying to figure out what God's called her to do, whether he's delivered her by giving her the man of her dreams, or whether he's called her back to her marriage.
Wow, this sounds really like juicy, and I mean, it has so many elements there, and the whole redemption thing, and
Yes.
Abuse is a major problem nowadays. My first film, Victim of Circumstance, we did on domestic violence, and so I'm a big advocate to prevent it. Before this whole Chris Brown and Rihanna thing, we were talking about that. So, and we want to be, not operate from a reactive standpoint,
Right.
but a proactive standpoint. So now this play, what inspired you to write this?
Well, I actually have been a couples coach for almost 20 years, and so I've worked with couples to help them merge their personal, their professional, and their spiritual roles. And so this actual play is based on true stories. And so, the one thing about the play, the husband isn't really a part of the play. You only
So you're just gonna cut the man out?
Well, it's not that. There's another man in the
okay,
picture. Remember
okay,
that?
okay.
The one who fell in love with her. But I think you talked about redemption before, and I think redemption is just such a critical point to remember, because right now in our society, even with the Chris Brown thing, and so many times, people forget that God can redeem anybody.
Yes.
And there really isn't any hell too deep or too powerful that God can't deliver someone from. And the moment we stop believing in God's ability to redeem people is the moment we lose our family.
Wow.
Because after all, whose responsibility is it? I mean, if your husband becomes an alcoholic, is he his own responsibility? Is he the responsibility of his parents? Is he your responsibility? I mean, whose responsibility is he? The truth is, he's everybody's responsibility.
Exactly.
So the moment, and I think, my father physically abused my mom, and it was very interesting, coming from that experience, because there was a point where he stopped and he didn't do it anymore. But my mother always taught us that he has a disease and he has an illness, and to pray that God would redeem him. And God did. But, she always created a love for our father and an understanding of how pain and depression and insecurity and inadequacy can make someone do things that they would never do under normal circumstances.
Right.
So when you think about that, and I think for me, I had a great love for my father, but that was because of my mother. Not only in her ability to believe in his redemption, but also in the ability of our prayers to be a part of that.
Okay.
So I think when we're talking about redemption, that we really can't miss the fact that there is no hell that God can't deliver us from, and that we can't give up on people. Now, of course, you want to separate from the violence and not, get yourself and your kids in a bad situation.
Right.
But that should always be with the heart towards reconciliation. And I hear women say things like, oh, well, I don't want to put my life on hold while I'm waiting for him to get his act together. And I just go, when has life ever been on hold? I mean, you know, God's working on something in you, even while He's working on something in them. Maybe you're a spendthrift. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, maybe you don't eat right. Maybe you are always sick because you don't take care of your body. Maybe you're not taking care of your kids.
Right.
You know, maybe God wants you to focus on how to love your kids and gain strength in that area. Nothing happens for any one reason.
Exactly. Everything is divine purpose, and just like you were saying, the things that we consume, whether it's music, people, movies, anything that we put in, it does come out, and it can come out in a variety of different ways. But let the people know when they can see the talk, and I know it's going to be at the African American
Yes.
Cultural Center. Let them know all of the vital information.
Well, it's at the Afro-American Cultural Center Thursday the 9th and Friday the 10th. The show starts at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it. It's so exciting because we've just had men and women weeping openly in public. The tickets, we've priced it so that everybody can come in this economy. They're only $12, and you know, plays are always $40, $50 here in Charlotte, but we want people to come out. So it's $12 at the Afro-American Cultural Center. Cross streets are McDowell and 7th Street, but you got to come. And I think people will be surprised at, we have more men crying than women in our play, but it's because guys say, we don't beat up on them. And so like the Spirit of the Lord can just minister to them. So, I mean, it's been unbelievable.
Well, it sounds awesome, and I can't wait to see. Can Spike Spillberg be a special guest on Saturday?
Spike Spillberg is my special guest, and it's on Friday.
On
Keep in
Friday,
mind,
I'm
because
sorry.
we were last week, we were here. So it's this week, it's Thursday and Friday.
Right, okay.
So yeah, you can come as my special guest.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I'm going to be in the building. So that means you need to be in the building right here. Look at this wonderful set, this wonderful place, right? And she has a host of fabulous actors and actresses that are participating with this particular project. And if you are an aspiring actor, this is your opportunity to network with some wonderful people right here in the African American Cultural Center. And it's 401 North Meyer Street. It's very easy to find on the corner of 7th and McDowell, where we've done several of our film screenings with Spike Spillberg. So don't go anywhere. Hold on to your seat. We're going to be back in a moment. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into some more of what the talk is about. So we'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Mike Minter, formerly with the Carolina Panthers. Keep watching Spike Spillberg.
Hi, my name is Donna Medley, founder of The Covering Company. Is your hair dry, damaged, and lifeless? Are you looking for that look that says, I am a phenomenal woman? Then try Covering Organic Shampoo and Conditioner. Its natural ingredient of aloe will help moisturize, rebuild, and restore the hair to its natural luster. So come and allow the covering experience bring that phenomenal beauty out of you. Are you covered today?
First started using the product on me a couple months ago, and I think it was the conditioner, but I can tell a real difference with the conditioner. It is really good. Not only does it smell good because it smells like apples and cinnamon, but I mean it's really healthy for your hair. My hair has more body and it's more silkier, and so it's a really good product.
You can order covering products online at www.covering.com and also log on for a list of retail locations in a local area near you.